The All Blacks and Lions have named today their squads for Saturday's first test against Eden Park, which I am picking will be a cracker of a game. Joe Porter, you were there today at the namings. Let's start with the All Blacks. What were the talking points?
Well, like you said, a bolter from the Blues, Rieko Ioane, 20-year-old wing. New Zealand 7 stock, of course, New Zealand Māori, a fantastic talent, but no one was expecting him to be thrust into this cauldron that will be this test on Saturday night this early in his career. Steve Hansen has taken what we think is a punt, however, he denies that. Ioane's inclusion over 53 test veteran Julian Savea certainly raised some eyebrows, but of course Hansen, he denies that this is a gamble.
Now the Blues working through the phases. Farmerina moves it on. Pedal Feta floats a lovely ball out. Ioane heading for the corner. And Rieko Ioane scores off a beautiful pass by the rookie, Stephen Pedal Feta.
Rieko Ioane scored with just about his first touch of the ball for the Blues against the Lions earlier this month and cut capers all game. Coach Steve Hansen says he's ready for the cauldron of Lions rugby.
We saw plenty in the Blues game that suggested that he will bother them if he gets given a bit of space, and it doesn't need a lot because he's good on his feet and he's quick. So, but if you just cast your mind back to our test match against France, he got chucked in the deep end pretty early, and he showed a lot of mental fortitude in that game. I thought he played really outstandingly well. So that's another indicator that we think he can cope with.
And Hansen denies he's picked the prodigy on a hunch.
No, we don't think we're taking a hunch. We think he is more than ready to do the job we want him to do. Otherwise, we wouldn't have put him out there. And, you know, that is the same with every team we select. We don't put people out there that we think can't cope. You know, like he has to have something to be going in there ahead of two really, really good players.
Ioane's lineage is one of sporting prowess. His mum played for the Black Ferns and his dad Auckland and Manu Samoa. His older brother Akira is his Blues and New Zealand Māori teammate. There's no substitute for raw speed, and All Blacks first five Beauden Barrett says Ioane has it in spades.
He was the fastest this morning at speed testing, so I'm very excited for Rieko. Playing against him is tough, so to see him on the same side this weekend, it's pretty exciting.
Ioane is joined in the back line by midfielder Ryan Crotty, who's been picked alongside Sonny Bill Williams, pushing the in-form Anton Leonard-Brown to the bench. Crotty hasn't played since the start of the month after injuring his ribs, but he's been picked to counter the Lions' rush defence, where Hansen hopes his experience and calmness under pressure will pay dividends. Crotty says the Lions' defensive line speed can also work in the All Blacks' favour.
It creates opportunity with the line speed. It certainly puts your skill set under pressure, but it still leaves space to attack. So that's the way they've defended, and we've probably lucky we've had a good opportunity to look at that and come up with plans to negate it.
While Crotty hasn't played in weeks, returning skipper Kieran Reid has hardly played this year. While some might question the number 8's readiness to survive 80 minutes of test rugby against the bruising Lions forwards, Crotty says Reid is no normal man.
He's our fearless leader, isn't he? If anyone can do it, Reid can. I know he's been working blimmin' hard. He's as mentally tough as anyone, and he'll be up for it, no doubt, and I can't wait to see him go, because when he's at the top of his game, he's the best in the world.
And with the Lions certain to try and strangle the All Blacks out of the match, they'll need their captain courageous at his very best. For Checkpoint, Joe Porter.
Joe, it's lovely to have you in here with us. That is the Lions game plan, isn't it? Just to suffocate, to smother.
Absolutely.
And I know lots of our colleagues are moaning about that and saying, boy, it's boring rugby. I relish the prospect.
Oh, absolutely.
But because the Lions suffocated the Crusaders, they suffocated the Māori, and they can do this, and they can win games doing this, right?
Absolutely. Anyone that thinks this will be a one-sided contest doesn't know. This is going to be a real grudge match. This is going to be like a World Cup final. The Lions are going to try and engage the All Blacks in a duel battle, forward-orientated, and like you said, try and choke them out of the match. It'll be a fascinating contrast between two styles of play: high tempo, high intensity, high speed All Blacks looking to score tries, put people away into space, whereas the Lions are rush, flat defence, box kicks from halfback Conor Murray, high balls all day. It's very traditional, but it's the best chance they've got of winning, and boy oh boy, they're going to give it a hell of a shot.
And they've picked the team to play that game, have they?
Absolutely. The forward pack is unchanged essentially from the Crusaders and the Māori. They've made one or two sort of leadership changes within that group, but the back row of Sean O'Brien, Peter O'Mahony and the Welsh number 8 Toby Faletau have been picked.
Yeah.
They just crushed the Crusaders back row, stopped a team that has scored 5 tries on average this year a game. They were scoreless against the Lions. So absolutely, and the back line is what Gatland's thrown a few surprises. A couple of players that play more running rugby than what you might expect. Lee Halfpenny can kick goals from anywhere at fullback. He's been left out. So there are indications that perhaps they will run it slightly more, but let's be honest, they are going to try and strangle them like they've done with that forward pack that is brutish, is big, it dominates, and let's just see if the All Blacks can break down this defence. It should be fascinating.
Joe Porter, our rugby reporter. Thanks so much, Joe. We really appreciate it.